Happy holidays, everyone! It's that time of year again. We're back with a list of board game recommendations for gamers in your life. In this video, we're going to be running down 5 suggestions for what we call centerpiece games, which is what we call games that could be the main course, as it were, to a game night. So whether you're enjoying them on their own or with a heaping side of delicious filler games, here are 5 centerpiece games for you to enjoy. And if you enjoy this list and want to support what we do, we'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe to Gameosity or even consider backing us on our Patreon. But on to the games.
So, to be honest, Furnace really surprised us. Auctions generally aren't our thing, and the theme of 19th century capitalists trying to make as much cash as possible certainly didn't speak to any of our particular interests, like, at all. But Furnace delivers on some of the most clever auction mechanics we've ever seen in a game, where you don't actually lose resources at auction, and it's just as important to lose strategically as it is to win. This fantastic engine-building game will have you burning your brain to set up resource conversions chains to net victory points, but its limited player interactions and simultaneous turn sequences will keep things moving over the course of its brisk 4 rounds. And that theme that we didn't care so much for, well, it comes through as beautifully painted artwork on the cards, with nary an industrial slum in sight. So, if your group would love a really engaging engine-building experience, we highly recommend checking out Furnace.
Okay, we've played this monstrosity a lot, and we've loved every minute of it. The Return to Dark Tower is the spiritual sequel to a board game from the 80s that neither of us played, so it's safe to say that we're enjoying this cooperative adventure on its own merits. With a mechanical tower that is Bluetooth-enabled and an app that guides the experience, you and your adventuring party will have a fantastic time warring against the forces of evil that pour forth from the tower, as long as you can stomach the game's understandably high price point. But if you've got a taste for cooperative games, The Return to Dark Tower is an absolute beast that we can't recommend enough.
Studio H produced a real worker placement treat in Iki. You'll do business with artisans of many different trades as you seek to gain influence in feudal Edo, a city where the firefighters are among your most important employees. There's lots to sum up here, so we suggest checking out our full review for all the details, but if you're looking for an engaging worker placement experience with some neat mechanics, a beautiful presentation, and a pretty unique theme, then you should definitely consider Iki.
Lost Ruins of Arnak quickly became a favorite around here. Competitive worker placement, deck building, and resource management will power your exploration of the titular ruins, with players advancing along multiple scoring avenues as they seek to discover the hidden secrets of Arnak and survive its dangers. One of our favorite things about Lost Ruins of Arnak is how more action spaces can get uncovered as the game goes on, so it really feels like the options open up as the game progresses. And we definitely recommend adding the Expedition Leaders expansion. This expansion gives everyone a unique player ability that adds a lot of variety to the gameplay, as well as new research tracks for players to ascend, bigger and better equipment and artifacts, and new guardians to overcome as you explore. Lost Ruins of Arnak is slick, playable, and really fun.
Now, we did a Kickstarter preview for Cascadia, and we knew it was going to be a big hit. And it turns out, we were pretty right. This Spiel des Jahres winner is a fantastic, accessible pattern-building game where players will add tiles and tokens to their personal landscape while trying to meet a variety of scoring criteria. Cascadia is one of those rare games that will appeal to a variety of board gamer types, from more casual family gamers to folks looking for a meatier experience. As such, this is the perfect game to place at the center of your board game night. Cascadia's puzzly nature will be engaging and satisfying, and it will be fun every time it hits the table.
So those are 5 suggestions for centerpiece games you could easily build your board game table around. What are some of your favorite main course games? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
Hey, Meeple and I thank you for watching. If you want to see more of our reviews, please click on either of these playlists. One of them is our full-length review series, and the other one is Game in a Minute, where we tell you everything you need to know about a game in about 60 seconds. If you'd like to subscribe, please click the G and ring the bell so that you get a notification every time we publish. And if you like what we do and want to support us, please check out links to our Patreon below. We'll see you next game. Flesh and blood.